I got a great movement session planned for us today, guys. A really good session. We're going to go through 5 phases consisting of 3 patterns that we'll do for 3 rounds, 90 seconds each. We're going to do a little bit of a check-in. We're going to warm up. We'll mobilize. Then we're going to strengthen. And then we're going to stretch. So those are our 5 phases. Okay? I hope you guys are ready to move. Laying on our backs, please. So when you lay on your back, I want you to turn your attention inside and try to relax yourself as much as you possibly can. So just turn your attention inside and start to focus in on your breathing, slowly breathing in and slowly breathing out. For me, I don't know if you could see this, but I like to kind of rock my hips from side to side, just kind of letting go of any tension in the body. Before we start to move in dynamic ways, it's really important to get the joints into what we call a centrated position. And in order to get the joint in a centrated position or an optimal position for function and movement, it can be helpful to relax. So this is why, one of the many reasons why we start our movement sessions with a nice piece of relaxation. Let's go ahead and take our hands and place them on the abdomen. So one of the ways to relax ourselves is to massage the abdomen. So we're going to start with some gentle clockwise circles, moving around, nice and easy, and just allowing the weight of your hand to be what massages your stomach. Okay, from here, let's draw our hands towards the center. Just relaxing and softening. See if when you breathe, you can breathe into your diaphragm this morning. See if you can feel that belly button rising and falling with each breath. Okay, from here, I'm going to bend one foot, pressing my foot into the ground. Here, I'll try this one first. And then I'm going to press through that heel, and I'm going to massage the backside as well. So now I'm just giving a nice little gentle massage through the back, side, and front. Now I'm going to switch sides. So just bend one leg, foot flat into the ground, pressing through the heel, and the massage into your abdomen. Breathe in, breathe out. Staying nice and relaxed the entire time. Switch sides. So nice and easy this morning, just starting our movement practice with a little bit of relaxation and a little bit of breathing. See if you could bring into mind something that you're thankful for this morning. Just notice how that makes you feel. See if you can saturate every cell of your body with this energy of gratitude. Nice and easy, nice and relaxed. Okay, from here we're going to take a full palm. We're going to place it on the left side of our neck. We're going to glide down and into the stomach. Then we'll switch sides. Take the right or the left hand, excuse me, onto the other side. Stroking down through the sternum. And as your hand passes different structures and different tissues, see if you can relax everything that your hand touches. See if you can take your attention 3 to 6 inches beyond the surface of your skin and imagine the tissues, the organs, the joints, the bones, whatever it is that you're passing. Imagine each tissue healthy, vibrant, and strong, beautiful, adaptable, alive, and constantly moving towards health. Nice and relaxed. Maybe take an arm above the head and add a little bit of a roll to the side to massage into the lateral rib cage, doing the same exact thing. Picture your lungs, picture your heart Beautiful, vibrant, healthy, and strong. Imagine the valves leading to and from your heart. Beautiful, healthy, and strong. Regardless of the life events that we've experienced, see if you can use your hands to massage and to provide some rest for this powerful heart that you have that's been working from the time of conception. And it's still working strong. Okay, guys, so we're going to move into our first phase, which is our warm up. We're going to start with some rolling, rocking, and side sit transitions. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a supine bridge reach. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bend both my knees, feet flat on the ground. I'm going to draw my shoulder blades together on the back side, and I'm going to roll onto my side, but I'm also reaching above my head. And then I'm going to slowly come out of that nice and easy. Switch sides. Okay? So I'm pressing through the heels, lifting my hips up off the ground, rolling and reaching, and then coming right back down. Okay? See if each movement you can focus your attention into the different sensations that you feel. I can feel the ground massaging my shoulder as I put my body weight on top of it. I can feel my whole body opening. And what you want to do is you want to explore sensations and stretches that feel good for your body. Make sure that each thing that you do today is a reflection of self-care, taking care of your body. So you can reach in different directions as you go, as you're pressing. Maybe you're laying in your bed and the alarm clock is going off. You got to reach to turn that sucker off. Whatever it might be. Make sure that you're breathing in a nice and relaxed way. Okay, guys, from here, let's move into some rocking. So the knees are still bent. You're just tucking your butt underneath, pressing that low back into the ground. From here, draw your knees towards your chest, and then we're going to bring the momentum of our legs forward and back, and we're just going to do a nice, gentle rocking. So slow this movement down and see if you can really explore those sensations of massage as your back presses in to the ground. You can play around with straightening out those legs as you rock back. You can play around with coming up to a seated position, adding a gentle reach, whatever you like. You can change the position, maybe making it a little bit more of a figure 4 position as you come to your seated. And if you really want to, get this thing started and get the circulation moving, you can even start to move yourself up through the split squat and standing aspect. And then just lower yourself right back down. Remember to make sure that every movement is smooth, relaxed. There's a balance between strength and relaxation. We want to be strong, but we don't want to be burning out our energy unnecessarily. We want to focus on efficiency, which actually burns more fat than trying to just, whatever that is. I know you guys all do that at the gym. Yeah. Just kidding. I know you would never do that. All right, so from here, we're going to do some side sit transitions and add a rotational reach. So from our side sit position, we have one leg bent in front, one leg bent to the back. You're going to post an arm behind, then the other arm, and swivel those knees side to side. As you do this, I want you to focus on relaxing through the hips, feeling the sensations inside the hip joint itself. Okay, and then when you're ready, take the arm and add a rotational reach. Okay, so you're just swiveling those knees side to side and adding a rotational reach. Now, when you reach, you want to make sure that the posted arm stays down, the shoulder stays down. You don't want to be sinking and collapsing into in between your shoulders. You want to stay nice and stable through the shoulder, nice and strong. Imagine you are going to have some sort of weight that you have to manage or navigate or deal with. Nice and strong. If this is too easy, take the arms out of it. Even add a little bit of a hip press as you reach. Whatever you like. So this is really, really good for opening up those hips, getting those hips ready for more movement. Breathe in, breathe out. Make sure that your every movement that you do is tied into your breathing. I would almost rather you tie every movement to your breathing than just focus on the movement aspect. The breathing is the most important aspect of this whole thing. All right, let's go right back to our rolling. This time what we're going to do is we're going to start from a prone position, please. So you're going to start on your abdomen, and what you're going to do is you're going to bend a knee, reach the foot behind, and come towards your back, and then come right back to your stomach. So again, what I'm doing is I'm bending a knee, reaching the foot across to touch the ground, coming to my back, and then return to my stomach. Okay? So again, bend the knee, reach it over, roll to your back, and then right back onto your stomach, switch sides. Bend the knee, reach it over. Now, if you want to add a get up, you can feel free to do so. So what we do is we're in our position here, and then I can come to a sit up or, a bent position here. And then if I wanted to, I could take it all the way to a get up. Okay. So again, nice and slow, bend the knee, reach it over, come to your back. Oh, can't even see me there. Bend the knee, reach it over, come to your back, add your sit up. Whatever you like. So make sure that you're breathing nice and expansively, surrendering unnecessary tension, really savoring the movement this morning, allowing movement to be a meditation in and of itself. Okay, so from our rolling right back into our rocking. So again, you're just coming right back into that nice rounded back position. You can play around with different spinal positions, like when you come to your seated, press through the crown of the head, really pulling with the hip flexors forward, and then rounding through the back, coming right back through into your rock. If you want to add anything to this, guys, feel free. Add a little hip pulse, a little reach. You want to roll over, whatever you like, you can add it. Want to roll completely over? That's on you. Because this is all a part of our rocking. As long as you're doing something that's associated with rocking, you're all good. Play around with different positions, different transitions. But no matter what you do, make sure that it's fluid, very little sound the whole time. Nice and smooth. Add whatever you like to your rocking. We got another 8 seconds. Okay, let's get back up into our side sit position, please. More side sit transitions. Okay, so this time we're going to do a kick out. So what we're going to do is we're going to take that back leg off the ground. We're going to bring it towards the front, kick out with the other leg, and bring that leg towards the back. Switch sides. So I pick the leg up off the ground, kick the leg up towards the front, switch, and then bring the leg towards the back. Okay? So make sure that, again, that you're breathing, that each one of these movements is strong and a beautiful expression of power. Each one of your movements fluid. You can add a hip press if you like. If you really want to take it to the next level, you can add a get up. So I can press, come to standing, lower myself right back down. Whatever movement you guys choose to do, just make sure that it's smooth and fluid the whole time. Make sure that you're breathing and use your hands as much as you need to for support. Okay, guys, our last set of rolling. Let's come down onto the ground, please. Okay, so on this last one, we're going to start off in our end position, which is going to be the tuck. So we're going to take the arms and legs in opposite directions. We're going to roll onto our sides, onto our stomachs, and then right back onto our backside, tuck. Tuck. You're probably asking yourself, so I thought this was supposed to be a warm-up, not a strengthening set. Well, you got to admit, you are warming up. Or at least I am. Maybe it's just hot in my room. I don't know. Nice and strong, but also relaxed all at the same time. Really slow down the movements wherever you can to feel what's happening at the different stages of the movement process. Okay? Make sure it looks smooth. Make sure it feels smooth. Slow it down. About 25 seconds. Beautiful, slow, but powerful movements. Oh, I would have been deducted some points right there for my legs separating. How about watching the Olympics? I hope you guys have been too. Okay. Woo. Let's go right back into our rocking last set. This time we're adding the get up. So use the momentum of your arms to get you into your squat and then stand up. You also have a figure 4 get up option, which takes you into more of a lunge. Okay? And of course, I would do that on both sides. Or just take that momentum and get yourself to your standing position. Make sure that you're breathing. Add little variations as you go. Make it work for you. Practice bringing into mind that which you're thankful for. You want to add a little something. You want to add a little weight. See what happens there. This is where, once you figure out the movement pattern, that's when you start to add your variations. Add your improvisations. Okay, guys, let's go into our next set. We're going to focus this next phase on mobilization. So we're going to come into a knee hand crawl position, please. So on your hands and knees, first and foremost, let's get the arms in a good position by rotating the arm bones. Okay, and when you're rotating your arm bone with a little bit of weight, you're massaging the head of the humerus inside the glenoid fossa of the scapula. So getting a nice little production and distribution of that synovial fluid. And now from here, let's add a little bit of movement by dropping our weight back over our heels and then gently bringing it forward. See how many joints of your body you can become aware of as you shift your movement or your weight forward and back. So I'm mobilizing through the wrists. I'm mobilizing through the toes. I'm mobilizing through the spine. I can add some spinal articulations here. I can focus on my hips, what's happening in my hip joints. This movement is all about feeling through each tissue, each cell of your body. Feeling the movement as you go. Nice and strong the whole time. Get some cat and cow going there with your spine. Shifting your body weight forward and back. So this is joint articulation or mobilization. All right. Now from here, we're going to do some plank push-up variations. Okay, so first one is going to be from this tabletop or this knee hand crawl position. All you're going to do is you're going to lower yourself down and then come back up. Now, once you've done it once or twice, now start to put your attention into the mechanics of the scapula. So as you lower yourself down, bring your scapula or draw your scapula together on the back side. And then from there, once you've gotten yourself all the way to the ground, pick the hands up off the ground and then put them back into the ground and take the scapula around the rib cage so that now you're in protraction. So this is retraction, protraction. And as we do our push-up, you want to experience the sensations in your scapulothoracic joint as you move through your push-up. Okay? I can always stagger my stance with my hands so that one hand's a little further forward than the other, and then I can switch. Okay, nice and easy. If I want to slow it down and really explore those sensations, I can do that. Now, once we've gotten that one down, you can always branch it out to the side. You can stagger the stance even with the legs. So I can take one knee forward and I can lower myself down that way. Really feeling strong throughout this whole pattern. Okay, guys. So enough for the arms. Let's add a little something for the legs. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a step out lunge get up. So from a kneeling position, you're going to press yourself up into a tall kneeling, lift one knee off the ground, and place that foot forward. From here, we're going to go ahead and stand up and then lower ourselves right back down towards the ground, back into our deep kneeling position. So deep kneeling to tall kneeling, step out, stand up, and then lower yourself right back down. Okay? So again, play around with these positions. When I'm in my deep kneeling position, I can hinge forward at the hips and feel my glute muscles lowering me towards the ground. And then I press through those hips to get me into this tall kneeling. Then I use the stability of my core by drawing my belly button towards my spine and getting a nice, slow, and controlled movement forward. Come to standing, feel that stability there, and then lower yourself right back down towards the ground into your starting position. Okay, so again, hinge, press, step out, stand up, feel it, and then lower yourself right back down. Okay, you can also step out in other directions, so I can step out to the side. Always feeling the stability before I move on to the next movement. I always want to feel stable in my movements, strong in my movements, and then I can move forward. Okay, so right back into our knee hand crawl for our joint articulation. So this time what we're going to do is we're going to take the knees off the ground. So you're going to take the knees up off the ground, and we're going to, first of all, reach with both the arm and the leg in opposite directions. So I'm going to reach the arm forward as the leg goes back, and then switch sides. So this is articulating the joint, adding a little bit of strengthening as we go. You can always reach in different directions. So I can reach out to the side. I can reach out to the side with my leg. I can even turn this into a transition movement where I might be moving into an inverted crawl. Okay, so from my foot hand crawl position, I'm reaching. And then from my reach, I can always add. So this is articulating the joint, adding a strengthening aspect. And again, anytime you want to add a load, I can bring, something into my workout, such as a stone. Just play around. Oh, this one's even bigger. Okay, guys. Whew. I hope you guys are starting to work up a little bit of a sweat. I sure am. So let's go back into our plank push-up variations. So this time what we're going to do is we're going to come down onto our forearms. From our forearms, you can take your knees up off the ground, and we're going to lower ourselves down and then press our body weight back and lift the hips up into the air. So I'm bringing my body weight forward, lowering myself down so that my chest is on the ground, and then coming right back into this position where my hips come up towards the ceiling. Okay, so lower down and then press up. Okay, remember, when you're pressing yourself up, draw your belly button towards your spine and get those abdominal muscles activated. Okay, and then again, I can always change the position of my arms to get a different variation out of the movement. So I can lower down, press up, switch my position, lower down, press up, change my position. You guys got it. If any time you need to take a break, you can feel free, but get right back into it as soon as possible. Okay, guys, right back into our kneeling step out lunges. So from our kneeling position, this time I really want you to focus on stepping out into different directions. So as I press myself into tall kneeling, I'm going to come out to the side and just notice what your body has to do to get you to your upright position. You'll notice that your body has to kind of reposition itself to get to that power stable position to get yourself into standing. Once you're standing though, feel that stability and support and then lower yourself right back down. Okay, so again, strong positioning the whole time. Step out, spread the toes on your feet. so that you feel the support of your lower body. Nice and strong through the feet the whole time. I'm just standing. Feel the stability and control, perhaps add a rotational reach, and then lower yourself right back down. And again, anytime you want to add a load to any one of these movements, you can. Feeling nice and strong, breathing deeply and expansively the whole time. Just stepping out, feeling the control, strength, power, coming right back down. Okay, guys, one last set of joint articulations. So this time what we're going to do is we're going to focus on the three sections: spine, hips, and shoulders. So we're going to start with the spine. So we're just going to do some cat and cow, some mobilizations for the spine. So just taking about 15 to 20 seconds, mobilizing through each segment of the spine. Make sure to move your neck, make sure to move your mid-back, which you'll know you're moving, especially if you have your ribs in motion. And then, of course, move the lumbar spine as well. Okay, so just feeling the sensations all the way through. All right, from here, we're going to shift our body weight to the side, front, other side, and back, focusing on the sensations deep in the hip. So I'm just feeling the sensations. I can even change my position. And what I'm trying to do is mobilize my hip with varying degrees of load and pressure. Okay, so every time I articulate a joint or mobilize a joint, I want to try to use as many different angles and degrees of load that I possibly can. And that teaches my body what I want, or prepares my body for being able to move more. Okay, so nice and strong. And then finally, let's move through the shoulders. So again, just shifting your body weight, side, front, other side, and back, feeling the different loads. If I want, I can take my body to the side, load the shoulder through the side, switch sides, whatever you like. All right, guys, last set of plank push-up variations. This time we're going to add a roll. So what we're going to do is, from our knee hand position, we're going to lower ourselves down. We're going to roll all the way over and then press yourself up. So each time you press yourself up, that's your push-up. So I roll all the way over, and then I press myself up. The press or the push-up is every time you're getting yourself off of the ground. So it doesn't matter which angle you're doing. I could do it from my supine position. That's a push-up. Okay. Push-up. Push-up. So you're just adding a little bit of a roll aspect to your push-up. You want to maintain the plank, you can. Just play around with different variations and using your arms to lower yourself towards the ground and then press yourself right back up. You could be on the ground for whatever reason. Maybe you're in bed, you're just trying to get yourself up. Press yourself up. That's a push-up right there, fam. All day. Press yourself up. Strong. My weight, bam. All day. All right, guys. Last set of kneeling step outs. So from our kneeling position, this time, if you want to take it backwards, again, whatever angle you want to go with it is totally cool. if you feel pretty confident with this movement pattern, then go ahead and feel free to mix it up. As long as you have a step out lunge in your whatever movement you're doing right now, you're good to go. Feeling that stability and the support of the lower body is really critical with this movement pattern. So if you want to slow it down and really feel each part of the movement, that can be very beneficial as well. Slowing down our movements, feeling the movements, feeling the different directions and angles. I often like to think about movement nutrition, thinking about the movements that I'm not getting throughout my day. A lot of times that can involve looking up, looking around, looking up towards the sky, maybe even just the horizon. Adding those gentle rotations through the cervical spine while I'm in these different positions. Nice and strong, very smooth, a nice balance of strength and relaxation all at the same time. Okay, guys, we're moving into our strengthening phase. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with some single leg squat variations. So let's go ahead and come to a standing position, please. So from our standing position, we're going to focus our attention on squatting with one leg. So let's start with a staggered stance. And all you're going to do is you're going to come down to the ground, put your full palm onto the ground, and come right back up. Switch whichever leg is forward. Do the same exact thing with the other side. Touch the ground, come right back up. Touch the ground. Remember, add cervical rotation, some additional movements through your spine, and then come right up. Lower down, touch the ground, maybe touch the ground in different positions, different angles, and then come right back up. We're going to be doing some crawling movements next, so I think it would be beneficial for us to start to add some mobilization techniques for the wrist as we come down into our single leg squat. Just adding some gentle mobilization techniques, maybe even taking both hands down to the ground. Breathe in, breathe out. Make sure that you're breathing. Make sure that you're nice and mobile and flexible through your whole body as you go. Add some fluid movement, some fluid walking. Lower yourself down quickly. Maybe stand up really quickly as well. Woo. Okay. Now, if you're cracking and popping, slow it down and modify your technique. Okay? Don't be upset about it. Just make your modifications and celebrate the fact your body told you something needed a little adjustment. Okay. So from here, we're going to do some crawling transitions. I'm going to start with a kickover. So what that means is from a knee-hand crawl position, I'm going to take my knees up off the ground. So now I'm in my foot-hand crawl. I'm going to kick one leg over, ending up in my inverted crawl position. From inverted crawl, I'm going to come right back over, leading with the hand, coming right back into my knee-hand crawl position. Switch sides. So again, take the leg up into the air, reach over with the foot, find the ground. Now you're in an inverted crawl. Come right back into your foot-hand crawl, leading with the hand. If you want to add some crawling through your environment, that can add a strengthening aspect. And then when you're ready, kick that leg over, come into your inverted crawl, and then come right back out of it. Okay, so again, nice and strong. Posterior hip is getting a lot of the work on this one. And then when I'm coming over, my shoulder's getting a lot of the work. So I want to focus on stability and strength through my shoulder. And then lead with the hand to come right back into my foot hand crawl. All around. One more time, maybe. Lifting that leg over, strong. And then bringing it back. Okay. Third movement pattern is going to be a hollow body isometric hold. So let's lay on our backs, please. So this is a nice core exercise. What you're going to do is knees bent, feet flat on the ground. Tuck your butt underneath so that your low back is pressing into the ground. Take your arms and legs in opposite directions, and we're going to hold this for 45 seconds. So inhale, exhale, nice and strong. You can have your legs as close to the ground as what feels comfortable for you. And you only can move your legs as close to the ground as you can while maintaining the pressure of the low back into the ground. Once that low back comes up off the ground, that means that you're losing the stability, so you want to come back out of it. And in some cases, you'll have to reverse completely out of it to check in to say, okay, is my low back even on the ground right now? Okay, there it is. Okay, there it is. Okay, now get right back into it. Make sure that you're breathing deeply and expansively as you go. If you want to add a little bit of a side activation, you can roll onto your side. Just make sure to balance it out with the other side. This is a good way to give yourself a break without completely softening everything. Nice and strong. Okay, let's come out of this position, please. We're going to go right back into our single leg squat variation. So let's come back up to standing. This time what we're going to do is we're going to step behind and lower ourselves down into our single leg squat this way. So from a standing position, I step behind and lower myself down, and then I come right back up. So the focus in terms of my body weight is in my front leg. I'm putting most of the load into this, whatever leg is in front. So it's like at any time I should be able to pick up this back leg, no problem. So I lower myself down, and you can take yourself as close down to the ground as you want, and then come out of that. If you want to stay nice and low the whole time, that can be a definite benefit. If you want to add a little bit of a hop, that adds another element to the movement. Whichever movement you choose to do, put 100% of yourself into it. Take your attention into your body. Celebrate the sensations that you feel. Because whether you feel discomfort or pleasure, the body's wired to kind of let you know what's going on and where your attention needs to go, where your imagination needs to go to add to the benefit of whatever you're doing. Single leg squat variations. Okay, so from here, right back into our crawling. So from our crawling, getting that nice kick over. So again, from my crawling, I lift up the leg and I reach slowly. And I allow the weight of my leg to pull me over. And once I'm in my inverted crawl, I want to draw my shoulder blades together on the back. Open up through the chest. And then I'm going to use my arm to take me right back into that position of foot hand crawl. Then I'm going to switch sides. Okay, so when I'm in my foot hand crawl, I want to make sure my shoulders and my butt are at about the same level. And then kick the leg over. Really slow this movement down, guys. so that you can feel the strength and stability of each one of the joints that's working. And again, once you get into that inverted crawl, maybe even add a bridge, draw those shoulder blades together, reach the arm across, find the ground, coming into that foot hand crawl. Okay, nice and strong the whole time. Feel the strength of the body as you move every time. Slow it down, make it strong. Okay, right back into our hollow body isometric hold. Everybody's favorite. Okay, knees bent, low back pressed into the ground. Take your palms together, feet together, reach them in opposite directions. Keep that low back pressed into the ground. Add a little bit of rocking from side to side. You want to add a little bit to this one, you can add a crunch. Add little variations to make it work for you. Inhale, exhale, feeling beautiful and strong through the whole body. About 20 seconds left on this one, guys. Okay, let's rock ourselves up. Come right back into our single leg squat variations for one last set. All right, guys, so this time what we're going to do is we're going to step out in different directions. So I can step to the front, I can step to the side, I can step to the back, and then I can switch sides. Step to the front. So it's almost like a lunge, but in this particular pattern, I want to focus primarily on one hip doing the action. Not solely, but definitely emphasizing the strength and stability of one leg as you work through the different positions for the single leg squat. Play around with different positions of the knee, different positions of the hip while in your deep squat. Feeling the stability of the ground, focusing on the mobility aspect. Feeling nice and strong. Adding a little bit of the step behind aspect. Make it work for you, guys. Make it work for you. Lots of squatting going on here. Okay, from here, back into our crawling transitions for one last set. So again, now that you've gotten the movement dialed in, add some little variations. Whatever you like to add. You want to really accentuate the kick. You want to pause and come right back out of it and not even complete it to the inverted crawl, feel free. Get some variations out of this one. Have some fun. Really feel the body through different transitions, different positions. Maybe imagining kicking upwards to accentuate the posterior hip activation. Then getting it over. Maybe a shoulder pulse from this inverted crawl position. Keep it strong. Maybe add a little bit of a hop from side to side. Then bring it over. Make it as slow or as fast as you want. Add whatever little variations of movement that make it feel good for you. Okay, guys. One last time, down on the ground, hollow body hold. Let's get it. All right, so we're on our backs. Get yourself into position. Let's get it. Now remember, when in this position, you can add all sorts of variations. Number one, I can rock in this position. Number two, I can bring my elbows and knees together in a crunch. I can also do opposite arm, opposite leg crunch. I can also do my roll. Nice and strong. Maybe a little flutter. Maybe a little rock up. But whatever break I take, make sure it's a short one. Okay, guys, another 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, guys, let's roll onto our stomachs. Bring your hands down by your rib cage. Press yourself into a knee hand position. We're going to start our cool down and stretch. We're going to start with some spinal waves, moving through cobra pose and child's pose. So you can do that with either your knees on the ground. So we're just going to start by dropping our pelvis towards the ground. Make sure you drop your shoulders down away from your ears. If you're feeling this in any particular place in your spine, maybe back up out of it until that sensation goes away. Relax your spine and then slowly move back into extension, distributing that extension evenly throughout each segment of your spine. Add a little bit of rotation. And then when you're ready, draw your belly button towards your spine, squeeze through the hip flexors, and drop your weight back over your heels. Open up the low back, add some gentle mobilizations of the spine here. Some gentle wave-like motions through the spine. Relax your spine. Now leading with the mid-back, send a wave through your spine, bringing your weight back over your hands. Cobra. Okay, you can hike the hip on both sides. You can add a little bit of an active reach, pressing through the supporting arm. Slowing down your breathing. Starting to relax. Okay, from here, we're going to do a couch stretch variation. I like to use a towel or either a rolled up towel or a pillow for this one. So we're going to find ourselves in a lunge position. Find yourself in good position first, tucking your pelvis underneath, feeling the sensations of the hip, maybe adding some gentle rotation or mobilization through the hip. And then when you're ready, bring your body weight forward and open up through the hips. So my feet are active through this position, nice and strong. Okay, I can reach my arm above my head, get an additional stretch. Okay, switch sides. So knee comes down, find yourself in good position first. Tuck that pelvis underneath. Get some movement in the hips, nice and strong. When you're ready, bring your body weight forward. Feel the sensation of strength. If you start to move into any positions where you don't feel strong, I want to encourage you to back up a little bit until you're in that position of strength. This is an active stretch. Okay, guys, last stretch we're going to do is a prone rotational pec stretch. So let's get onto our stomachs. We're going to have our arms out to the side like goalposts. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take one leg, reach it over so that you're stretching the front side of the chest. Okay? But this is active. What that means is I want to press into the ground with the arm or shoulder that I'm stretching. Switch sides. So again, arms in position, pressing through the chest, through the shoulder, reaching through the leg, and then coming right back to the other side one more time. Stretch it out, nice and active. Feel your body beautiful, healthy, and strong. Switch it up one last time. Inhale, exhale, nice and easy. Okay, guys, roll onto your backs. One breath cycle here all on your own. Taking in as much air as you can, holding for a brief moment, and exhaling slow. If you need to chill here longer, feel free to do so. For those of you that got to get on with your day, feel free to do so. I hope you guys enjoyed this movement practice with me today. I sure did. Apparently it's a combination of hot in my room and I'm sweating. That was a good workout for me. I hope it was good for all of you. So if you're in your relaxation position still, give yourself as much time as you need to really relax and recover. But anyways, guys, lots of love to all of you. Again, if you're just still chilling there in your relaxation, take as long as you need. Celebrate this time with your own body. Really slow down time by being present with each one of your breaths and give thanks with each one of those breaths. Allow yourself to get really centered and tune in with the power that exists in your being. And that power manifests very easily or readily when you take your attention into the present moment with your breath. When you take your attention into things that you're thankful for, this really adds to the power that you have in this present moment. So I hope you guys had a lot of fun today. Love you guys. Peace.